And welcome to Polshift News. Stuck into this, I just want to say thank you to those few people that supported the channel. This isn't about, having a pop at the subscribers at all. I genuinely feel that I should thank those people that help support the research on this channel. It's a bespoke, topic. I'm probably the most widest known person talking on this topic on YouTube. And we've got a couple of people that seem to think I do it for money. Well, I can assure you, right, that's not the case. And if it was, don't you think I'd be doing more than one video or two videos a fortnight? It's ludicrous, but some of these people are just unreal, and it's a shame that I have to feel guilty to say thank you for those people that are genuinely trying to help the research. At the end of the day, what are we doing here? It's a crowd-funded topic. The research is crowd-funded, and what results are we getting? Well, if you ask me, I don't mind you mention it to any climatologist, respected or not, and I'll tell them to the face that they're missing a very, very significant geo-anomaly that is directly affecting the weather. And I think there's evidence, not just in the videos that I've done, but elsewhere to support that. Let's just say, for instance, we're looking over the North Pole at the moment, and we know that the Earth is tilting, and we're in mid-November at the moment. So there's still just a little bit more tilt to go. But nevertheless, we can see two very densely populated areas of intense cold regions. And when we look at the magnetic anomaly chart, we can see that these both regions are where the highest intensity of magnetism is. So I don't think it's a coincidence, first of all, that that is the case, or that over the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere we have these magnetic poles over sub-zero climate regions, such as the Arctic and Antarctic regions. So I think there's more to this than first meets the eye, and I think that these climatologists really need to start factoring this into their predictions, because over the last 5 or so years we've been monitoring this, and we've been also noting that these colder regions over the Middle East are creeping lower and lower. Now, it was only 12 months ago where some of these southern islands off Japan were having snow for the very first time, and it's affecting crops. And as I've mentioned in other videos, this has a knock-on effect up the chain, and it directly affects humans, and it directly affects every species on this planet. So if there is a migrating magnetic North Pole, it should come as no surprise to people that this migrating magnetic North Pole isn't just going to migrate on its own. It's also going to be taking those sub-zero temperatures with it. And we can see this, especially when the Earth gets into this phase where it leans right over in its annual tilt, putting this northern hemisphere into its winter. And we can see the results of that by the extended sub-zero temperatures that are creeping farther and farther towards the equator. I'm just going to, before I wrap this video up, again, thank those people that support the channel. It's first of all, it's not mandatory, it's voluntary. So I force nobody to, support the channel. But those people who are like-minded like myself do understand that this is for everybody on this planet. This information is international and, receives something like 60,000 views a month. And I think that we are doing something here that are contributing towards other people. For instance, if you're in the Middle East and you're seeing this and you know that there's more tilt to go, and therefore, there will be an extended region on this planet where it will get even colder, and you're a farmer, for instance, then you might take that into consideration. If you're a cattle rearer, again, you'll take this into consideration. And, if you're planning your crops, I'm hoping that you'll be planning for, perhaps some more severe weather that could be possibly in line to come over the next few months. For some people it's a livelihood, and that livelihood is not like ourselves over here in the West, carries a bit of a buffet zone. We can afford to fail a couple of times. These guys can't. And, we've seen as a result of this, people lose their family farms that they've had passed down from generation to generation. And in the worst case scenarios, you know, it's been so much of a failure to them that they thought that, you know, the only way out would be to take their lives. And, you know, I'm not just making this up, guys. Research the fact. Hundreds of thousands of people have taken their lives, you know, over crop failure. And, you know, loaning money on the pretext that next year's crop or next season's crop is going to be fruitful for them. But we're in a time of massive changes on this planet. And, you know, we're still seeing these elitists push the global warming agenda. We've talked about this, guys, as you know, on this channel. The sun is the main climate driver, and when that is reluctant to be in full swing or emit, you know, its full power, then you can expect colder climates. You can expect the heliosphere that our solar system is in to shrink, and as a result of that, more cosmic rays inbound. If we've got a weakened magnetic field, again, more cosmic rays will be inbound, and as a result, the production of low-lying cloud over these regions where we get the floods is more viable. You know, there is a lot involved, and if these climatologists that are building these weather modelling systems was to just include the migrating magnetic North Pole, I think we'd get a more accurate predictive system, especially over longer terms. If they also included, which I'm not sure whether they do, I doubt it, also solar data with regards to the sunspots, I'm sure that we could get a better prediction service with the incorporation of those. So again, guys, you know, I want to thank those people that support the channel. I'm clearly not here to make money. This channel doesn't really cover itself, but, you know, I am grateful, and it does give me a little motivation when some people do chip in. That's the bottom line of it. You know, if I was in it for the money, I dare say, I'd be talking about all sorts of things, and I'd be doing videos 2 or 3 times a day. But clearly I'm not. I've invested a lot of time into this research because it's a clear, it's of clear interest to me. You know, I can see things coming before they happen, and, you know, I see a lot of the mainstream media and climatologists, you know, geophysicists, completely overlooking this significant factor and rare event that we're currently in, and we are in it, guys. You know, they don't deny the fact that we're in a pole shift at the moment, a magnetic pole shift, and they also are aware of how rare this event is. You know, 780,000 years ago it last took place, and this one cannot be compared with others because simply before the last one there was on regular also intervals of 350,000 years. So this is different. It's taken longer to come about. It is coming about, and there is no historical records of what actually takes place during a magnetic reversal, and that's why it's so important. You know, I just wish that there was more people talking about this, and you know, as a result, I don't think it would be a bad thing. I'm not going to wrangle on anyhow, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. The point of this was just to merely point out, you know, the extended region of the northern hemisphere now, which is cooling due to the Earth's tilt. But what my interest was is how far towards the equator it's going to actually go. And for sure, I'm confident we're going to start hearing the stories that we did last year with regards to these temperatures not being common in these regions. And, you know, sadly, I think we're going to hear more about these farmers losing their crops, their cattle, and livelihoods, and the extreme cases, their lives. So, you know, with that, guys, I'll leave it with you. There's a link down there if you want to support the channel. It's clearly up to you. Again, it's not mandatory. You know, it's voluntary. And you know, you take care, guys. I'll keep you informed as much as I can. There's still some work to do on the calibration of the magnetometer stations, as well as a lot of other things. We've had some stuff come now from China where I order it because it's simply cheaper. It isn't the quickest method of getting hold of these electronic components, but, you know, it is the affordable route. And, you know, I really could do with getting some time. I mean, I'm the same as you guys. You know, Christmas is coming up, and the bills are the same for me as they are for everybody else. I'm not, you know, I'm not rich. I'm just a worker like everybody else, trying to keep my head above water. And it's not so easy, is it, this time of year? You know, there are always, you know, many things to put your money to. So, with that, guys, I said I wasn't going to wrangle on about anything, but there we go. Link down there if you want to support the channel, and I'll see you over the next week or two. You take care, and bye for now. Hi, and welcome to Polshift News. Stuck into this, I just want to say thank you to those few people that supported the channel. This isn't about, having a pop at the subscribers at all. I genuinely feel that I should thank those people that help support the research on this channel. It's a bespoke, topic. I'm probably the most widest known person talking on this topic on YouTube. And we've got a couple of people that seem to think I do it for money. Well, I can assure you, right, that's not the case. And if it was, don't you think I'd be doing more than one video or two videos a fortnight? It's ludicrous, but some of these people are just unreal, and it's a shame that I have to feel guilty to say thank you for those people that are genuinely trying to help the research. At the end of the day, what are we doing here? It's a crowd-funded topic. The research is crowd-funded, and what results are we getting? Well, if you ask me, I don't mind you mention it to any climatologist, respected or not, and I'll tell them to the face that they're missing a very, very significant geo anomaly that is directly affecting the weather. And I think